Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Wrestling Results. Here on this channel, we have Emergance on Impact Plus results here for you guys. So, this is the last results of the day until tomorrow morning. We will cover SummerSlam for you guys tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon once the pay-per-view is done of me watching it. So, Matt Cardona with Chelsea Green versus Rohit Raja with Shira. We kick things off with the heated rivalry. Cardona is in control early as he sends Rohit to the outside with a strong shoulder tackle. Cardona misses a baseball slide but connects with a big boot on the floor instead. Cardona attempts a slingshot crossbody, but he crashes and burns when Rohit pulls open the ring skirt. Rohit distracts the referee, allowing Shira to attack Cardona. Rohit hits a buzzsaw kick for 2. Cardona hits the reboot, but this time it's Rohit who kicks out just in time. Rohit attempts a roll-up with his feet on the ropes, but the referee catches him. Cardona hits radio silence to score the victory. After the match, Shira lays waste to Cardona with a chokeslam. Backbreaker. Shira looks to add insult to injury when Chelsea Green makes the save and sends them retreating. Next, we have Tasha Steelz, Savannah Evans, Falaba, and No Way versus Decay. Knockouts Tag Team Champions Havoc and Rosemary, Black Taurus, and Crazy Steve. Savannah Evans, makes her in-ring debut tonight as an 8 of Impact's biggest personalities collided. Wow, what the hell is going on here? Savannah shows off her strength in the early going as she delivers a big boot to Rosemary. Fala hits a big belly-to-belly suplex on Steve. Toros takes Fala off his feet with a sling blade. Decay take advantage of Fala's fear as they all bite him in the corner. Havoc spears off with Savannah as they exchange strikes in the middle of the ring. No Way catches Steve in the mid-air and hits a vertical suplex. Torres and Rosemary take out Fala with a double spear for the win. So, Violent by Design claimed that they have reemerge as they prepare to battle the Good Brothers and Rich Swann and Willie Mack for the Impact World Tag Team titles. Steve Malik versus Petey Williams. Emergance continues with this personal grudge match. Malik meets Petey on the ramp and takes control. Petey dives through the ropes with a top cone hello, then pummels Steve with a repeated shots on the floor. Steve is reeling, forcing him to retreat. Steve counters a Hurricanrana into a vicious powerbomb. Steve launches himself off the apron, delivering a flying elbow to Petey's chest. Steve asserts his dominance, hitting a big clothesline followed by repeating elbow strikes. Every time Petey tries to gain momentum, Steve shuts him right down. Petey goes for the Canadian Destroyer, but Steve avoids it. Petey locks in the sharpshooter, but Steve bites his hand to break the hold. Steve goes low, then hits his signature sit-down slam for the 3. Post-match, Steve adds insult to injury as he tosses Petey into the outside. Gia Miller interviews Tate. You know what? To be honest with you guys, I hate when wrestlers want to add insult to injury, then they just toss them out of the ring. Why don't you just beat them up even more and then just leave them there and walk out? Instead, you just want to beat them up and freaking throw them out of the ring, and so you can have the ring yourself. No, you should have the ring with him and holding your hands up high. That's an insult to injury. Gia Miller interviews Taylor Wilde ahead of her match against Madison Rain, who recently came out of retirement to join forces with Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K. Excuse me. Taylor Wilde versus Madison Rain with Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K. Taylor Wilde seeks revenge on Knockouts legend Madison Rain tonight. Taylor quickens the pace with a series of arm drags, sending Madison retreating to the floor. Taylor dives, through the ropes, but Caleb with a K takes the brunt of it. The distraction allows Madison to recover and hit a slingshot into the ropes. Taylor connects with a world backbreaker for a 2. Madison hits the ripcord cutter, but Taylor gets her shoulder up before 3. Taylor has the match won following a bridge German suplex, but Caleb with a K pulls the referee out of the ring. Tennille Dashwood throws Taylor into a steel ring post, and Madison Rain rolls her up for the win. Doc Gallows claims that he's ready to defend the Impact World Tag Team Champ titles tonight. Less than 24 hours, he sent Joe Doring crashing through the stage on Impact. So next we have Moose versus Sami Callihan versus Chris Sabin versus Ace Austin with Madman Fulton for a Impact World Title #1 Contenders match. The winner of this match will challenge the winner of Christian Cage versus Brian Myers for the Impact World Title. The action is fast and furious from the opening bell as Sabin takes Moose off his feet with a Karana. Sami drives Ace head first into the turnbuckles with a Death Valley driver. Moose powerbombs Sabin over the top of the rope to the floor. Ace soars through the air and hits a Fosbury flop into Moose and Callihan. Moose powerbombs Ace directly into the hardest part of the ring. Sabin spikes Moose with a DDT, a tornado DDT, for a 2 count. Ace pleads with a referee after Callihan kicks out of the fold. Everyone teams up on Moose as they deliver a super kick to the jaw. Moments later, Moose hits Ace with a Uranagi. Callahan clobbers Moose with a steel chair, but Ace capitalized with a roll-up to secure the victory. Now Ace Austin will be going up against the winner of tonight's main event. In an interview with Gia Miller, Brian Myers declares victory over Impact World Champion Christian Cage later tonight. We have the X Division Champion Josh Alexander versus Jake Something, X Division Championship. Josh Alexander defends the X Division title against potentially his toughest challenger to date. Jake fights off the ankle lock in the early going, then delivers a running spear in the corner. Jake clocks him with a clubbering blow, but it's not enough to take Alexander off his feet. As he bounces back with an elbow, the physicality reaches another level with Jake, hitting a thunderous Thieves press. Alexander attempts a running crossbody, but Jake counters into a Death Valley driver onto the floor. Jake delivers a delayed vertical suplex for a very close near fall. Both men are down after Alexander drives his knees into the back of Jake's neck. Alexander hits one German suplex after the other, going all the way into double digits, but it's not enough to keep Jake down. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, not eight, and not nine, but 10 German suplexes. Jake launches himself over the top rope, colliding with Alexander on the ramp. Jake makes it back into the ring before the count of 10, then hits a sit-down powerbomb for a 2 count. Alexander connects with divine intervention to retain the X Division title. After the match, Josh Alexander and Jake Something shake hands as the crowd shows their appreciation for what was an incredible back and forth contest. Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo says that tonight's mixed tag team matching, pitting her and Matthew Rihold versus Melina and Trey Miguel, is just an appetizer of what's going to happen at NWA Empower. Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo and Matthew versus Melina and Trey Miguel. Deonna Purrazzo and Melina are on a collision course for NWA Empower, but we get a preview of things to come in mixed tag team action tonight. Trey and Melina deliver tandem offense to Matthew following a big code breaker. Deonna pulls Melina's hair from the apron, and Matthew gains control with a running spear. Melina attempts to create separation with a back elbow, but Purrazzo shuts down her momentum. Purrazzo and Matthew cut off the ring as they begin to wear Melina down. Moments later, Melina hits a neck breaker and makes the tag to Trey. The pace quickens as Trey connects with a double foot stomp to the back of Matthew's head. Matthew knocks Trey off the apron, preventing Melina from making the tag once again. Peraza nails Melina from the apron, allowing Matthew to capitalize and roll her up for the 3 count. Knockouts champion gets her win. Impact World Champion Christian Cage tells Gia Miller that Brian Myers is not on his level. Next, we have Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers versus Violent by Design, Joe Doring and Rhino versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack. For the Impact World Tag Team Championships, it's every team for themselves. Sorry, in this 3-way war for the Impact World Tag Team titles, Doc Gallows and Joe Doring kick things off in a continuation of their Wilde matchup, especially last night on Impact. The Good Brothers turn their attention to Rich Swann as they attempt to isolate the smallest man in the match. Gallows hit him with a impressive delay vertical suplex. Rich Swann builds momentum with a lock drop kick to Rhino. Just as Rich Swann is about to tag in Willie, Anderson knocks him off the apron. Moments later, Rich Swann takes out Alec Anderson with an enziguri, then successfully makes the tag to Willie, who hits Anderson with his signature standing moonsault. Willie hits the stunner and Anderson, but Rhino pushes Willie off the top, bringing a halt to his follow-up frog splash. Anderson rolls up Rhino to retain the Impact World Tag Team titles. After the match, Eric Young is furious at Rhino for failing Violent by Design. New Impact World Champion Christian Cage makes his first title defense just 1 week after defeating Kenny Omega to win the title at AEW Rampage. Rampage's first debut, I should say. Christian Cage is in control from the opening bell as Myers retreats. Christian Cage goes for the spear, but once again Myers escapes under the bottom rope. Christian follows him to the outside where he delivers a series of chops against the guardrail. Belay provides a distraction at ringside, allowing Myers to attack Christian Cage from behind. Myers trips him up, then connects with a flatliner for a 2 count. Myers crashes and burns on a top rope elbow drop attempt, and Christian Cage turns the tide. Christian Cage shifts his attention towards Beal, but the momentary distraction gives Myers the opportunity to hit the spear for a very close near fall. Christian Cage comes right back with a tornado DDT off the top. Christian Cage connects with a spear of his own, followed by the kill switch to retain the Impact World title. Emergence on Impact Plus goes off air, which seems to be a great show of Impact Emergence last night. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you guys do not miss an upload of more wrestling results here on this channel. I'm Unstoppable, and stay tuned for tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning, whatever time I post my wrestling results for you guys from SummerSlam. I'm Unstoppable, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here, and if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.